Hello Internet, Shout is here and it's time for another episode of ShoutStone. I am bringing you a Shoutcast from the Hearthstone beta, this time featuring Totalbiscuit as he matches up against a random opponent in the arena. As we know, his arena time run is over. Trump's arena time run has started. That started yesterday. But I did want to give you at least one game because there will be no new episode of ShoutStone tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is, instead of releasing the next deck video, starter deck video later today, I'm going to do it tomorrow instead, so that there's a video every day. But no new Shoutcast tomorrow. But anyway, with that said, let's get into the action right now. It is Jaina versus Rexxar. Totalbiscuit playing the part of Jaina the Mage. JDM playing the part of Rexxar the Hunter. So, decent little hand to start things off for Totalbiscuit here. But yeah, I'm not going to be around much tomorrow. In fact, I'm leaving later today, going out of town, enjoying my birthday. My birthday is going to be Monday, so wish me a happy birthday if you want. But yeah, no, in any event, yeah, just sort of gonna have some fun. Gonna see John Oliver later today at the perform at the Wilbur, some stand-up. If you're not familiar with John Oliver, he temporarily hosted The Daily Show while Jon Stewart was away. So, it's gonna be good times. Anyway, so things starting off pretty aggressively early here, I'd say a little bit. We got the Timberwolf coming out to buff up that Raptor, and a pint-sized summoner out into play for Totalbiscuit. He is going to drop an Acolyte of Pain. Trade the pint-sized summoner to get rid of the Raptor. Leaves that wolf out there with the Acolyte of Pain, and still a lot of potential for buffs here because it is a hunter deck, so beasts are probably going to be commonplace. JDM queuing something up. I was going to deal damage with the Rifleman, but instead it's going to deal it straight to the hero and just ignore that Acolyte of Pain. But I wager that Totalbiscuit's going to use that Acolyte to take out the wolf, get the card draw off of it, do that move first so that he doesn't, just in case he gets something good. Alright, so he has another pint-sized summoner you could put out there. He does have that Spellbreaker, but it's a little early to play that. There's really nothing to silence, so why bother? And he does have Frost Nova, but again, it's not really worth playing that. So he's going to ping it with Fireball. Drop it down to 1 health. And leave it there, I believe. I don't think he's going to put out that pint-sized summoner quite yet. And he will not. So we could trade that Rifleman for the Acolyte of Pain, get that off the field. It will force a card draw for Totalbiscuit, but, you know, get it out of here. But no, instead JDM is just going to focus fire on the hero. That might not be a very good move. You know, trading minions is a key part, especially this early in the game. I mean, you know, we're still looking at a very even matchup right now. There's not a big enough differential. Alright, dropping that Dalaran Mage. Gonna ping his own minion. So he's gonna get 2 card draws off of that. So if you kind of see what he did there, tagged the Acolyte of Pain to get a card draw, and then used it to take out one of the minions. The Rifleman, I should say, to get both points of card draw off of it. So he could have neutered one of those card draws by trading the minions right off the bat, which I think would have been a much better cost of the 2 hit points he actually ended up getting out of it. Alright, instead, drops another Rifleman, steals a hit point off of the Dalaran Mage. And will he attack with that Worgen, which is currently stealthed? He is going to pop his hero power once again, and yes, he will attack in, break the stealth. So Flame Strike, a little early for that. I mean, he couldn't play it anyway, but still a little early. Could play that Cone of Cold, which would take everything out, but it might be a little risky to play that right now. He could get that Sen'jin Shield Master out, which wouldn't be too bad. Well, he's going to play another pint-sized summoner and do the Cone of Cold. So there he goes. He clears the field. And now the Hunter player is going to start taking a bit of damage. So things are starting to look a little bit better in Totalbiscuit's favor. Yeah, he is down to 20 HP, but it's still very early. And he does have that Flame Strike cooking, so that's going to mean some serious damage being dealt. He also has that Spell Breaker in his hand, which means that any formidable or buff minion or anything like that that happens to hit the field can be shut down pretty quickly. Fortunately for our Hunter player, there's not really a lot that will do that kind of stuff, so I think he'll be okay. Does play a secret card. Now, usually the secrets that we see in the arena are probably going to be Explosive Trap, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we see here. So it's all a matter now of deciding how he wants to trigger it. I don't know if he has any spell effects that he'd want to burn first to take advantage of the spell power before he tries to break that secret. But beyond that, I am not really sure what move he's going to want to make here. I mean, he's going to have to trigger that secret. I think he's going to want to trigger it. And he's going to trigger it with the Dalaran Mage. Here it goes. And it is Explosive Trap. Exactly what we thought. So that will clear the field. Except for the Dalaran Mage, who happens to have 3 hit points left. So now, with the full 7 points of mana, he can decide what move he wants to make. Is going to play the Silverhand Knight and Mirror Image. I think it's a good use of mana. He does make a good decision there. And has a pretty loaded field, despite the fact that he is nearly at half health. You know, that's really the point where things start to get a little risky, I would say. You know, decisions start to get a little more dangerous. You have to start considering your decisions a little bit more when your health gets below that 15 mark, I think. And it also depends on the type of hero you're playing and the type of deck you have. You know, your threshold where you may start to get concerned might be higher or lower depending on what you have. Like a Warlock player, if they have a lot of cards that are used to, you know, that sacrifice health when they're played or things like that, that might be an opportunity to be a little more risky with that particular unit. But another hero goes into play, or another secret goes into play, probably another Explosive Trap. It would take everything out except for the Knight there, the Silverhand Knight. But we'll have to see what he wants to do here first. I mean, he could also very well want to take out the, at least try to take out the Kodo first. You know, get that guy out of play. Decisions. Alright, so he's going to attack in with the Squire. And the Mage. You know, I mean, he was going to lose those 2 minions anyway if this is Explosive Trap, and... no, it's Misdirection instead. And it misdirects to the minions, so not a terrible thing. I think that worked out kind of well enough. And I'll play another Silverhand Knight, get those minions out there, ping, and we're good. So I think Totalbiscuit's doing a pretty good job right now of triggering these secrets in smart ways. He's trying to get, you know, as much use out of the cards that he has as possible before something potentially takes it out. So Deadly Shot does trigger on that Squire, which is a good thing, and another secret goes into play. Pops that hero power, now dropped below the 15-point threshold. And again, I mean, he's going to have to... I would just attack in with the 4-1 guy, just burn... Alright, so this time it's probably going to be Snipe. So, with that in mind... he doesn't really have anything cheap that's worth sacrificing to trigger Snipe. So he may not want to burn any minions quite yet. Is he going to play that Kodo? He is, and it is going to be Snipe, so it won't kill it. But it will do some serious damage to it. But at least he blows the secret on something substantial, something that's, you know, not quite a huge deal, and he does get that Shield Master out. So he still has 2 taunt targets out there. And the Hunter player is not getting any constant minions out there. You know, he's playing a lot of secrets. He's trying to get Totalbiscuit, I think, off of his game a little bit. But they're being removed in smart ways. So Ravenholt Assassin comes into play, finally playing the coin. And we'll use it to drop that Eaglehorn Bow and take out one of those taunt minions. So the Eaglehorn Bow may have come into a better effect with some of the 3 secrets that have been played thus far. But unfortunately, not much you can do about it. Gonna play Frost Nova, which, there it goes. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that should work. And he will use that Frost Elemental to freeze Rexar. Oh, and a concession as he's about to get pinged. So I think he knew that his time was pretty much up on that. So there you have it. That's going to do it for this run of ShoutStone, or this episode of ShoutStone. The run will continue. I'm not ending this show anytime soon. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to find me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the description. I will be back on Monday with more new stuff, and I'll try to set up a deck video for tomorrow, so at least you guys have something, because I know it would usually come later today. But we're getting through the starter deck previews. We're almost done with it. But once again, thanks a lot. Subscribe, of course, for daily updates. Like the video. Leave a comment. And if you have been following me on Twitter, you may know that I am giving away another Hearthstone beta key, so anybody who happens to still be around by this point, go find my Twitter page. The link is in the description. There's a tweet on there that you just need to follow me and retweet to be eligible. I'll be picking a winner on on Sunday, I believe. I think I said Sunday. Possibly Monday. Whatever. Go ahead and do that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.